Hello and welcome to another Mario Party 8 minigame review. Up today we're playing the 1 vs 3 minigame Bob-ombs Away.
And in this one, the team of 3 is trying to drop bombs in the single player. If the single player can avoid getting hit, then they win. And if the single player does get hit, then the team wins.
Yeah, so this is kind of a classic style of Mario Party minigame where everyone's just kind of ganging up on one player, which I always like, although this one's not without its issues.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was kind of slow to drop the bombs on the single player.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like, I like the pachinko style layout of the board, but at the same time, it does kind of make it a little harder to hit the single player, which I guess is kind of the point.
Yeah, but all too often I felt like if the single player can outlast the beginning, then usually the team of 3 crowds in one area and makes it pretty easy for the single player to keep moving by.
Yeah, I found the same thing. Plus, we also had a lot of cases where if 2 players would drop bombs right next to each other, they would sort of get stuck bouncing off each other on one of the pegs before finally falling through, which also gave the single player more time to move.
Yeah, it was kind of funny to watch, but at the same time a little frustrating if it was you on the team. Because then you also had to wait a while before you could drop another bomb, so it just felt like you weren't doing much.
That's true. But it wasn't unfun to play. Especially as a single player, I did really like dodging out of the way of all the bombs falling on me.
Oh yeah, as a single player, that's way more action-packed. And it felt really rewarding if you made it to the end as the single player.
Yeah, it did. Like you said, I feel like all the rounds we played of this were either 5 seconds long or went the full length of time with the single player winning. It was so weird, but I guess it was because at the beginning, all the players on the team are spread out across the board, so it's easier to spread the bombs out and not give the single player anywhere to go. But after the first few seconds of the minigame, all the players on the team kind of crowd around wherever the single player is at the time, which I understand why you'd want to drop it right on top of them, but that also means that as soon as a single player moves, there's nobody over there to hit them wherever they move to.
Exactly. And another downside of this is if you're playing with computers, sometimes they don't move, so you get stuck in a spot where you can't get past them.
Yep, once again, the computer players caused us some issues.
Those pesky computers.
So overall, Bob-ombs Away isn't a horrible minigame. It's pretty fun, especially if you're the single player. I think both of us preferred playing on the single player side of this one. Playing on the team also has its appeal, but there's a few frustrations that hold it back from being a great minigame. I think we're giving this one 3 stars out of 5.
Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Up next, we'll be reviewing Booting Gallery.
How do you shoot a boo? Aren't they ghosts?
Yeah, you'd think it goes right through them. Maybe they're more solid than we realize.
Well, if you want to see what this minigame is like, come back for our next video. Hope to see you then.